Hello friends, welcome to my channel Mini My Love. I'm here after a long time and many of you have encouraged me and requested me personally to come up with the next part of the topic, tips on depression. I thank you first of all, thank you Suresh, thank you Trendsetter, thank you each one of you to encourage me, and I'm here. And I especially something triggered me that I should share those points which I did not observe that families discuss openly at home. Yes, it is very much related to depression, but people do not, I don't say ignore, that's quite a strong word, but many people do not understand that these things can really bother a lot. And firstly I would like to remind you before I begin that I said on my first video, after every night there is sunlight, and you should always be ready for stretching your wings and fly high. This is just a phase. Yeah, coming back to the point, firstly I have recently studied and recognized a lot that mental health and physical health, both of them are very much interrelated, and many people have started feeling a lot better after they have checked their vitamin D levels and hemoglobin level and also oxygen in the blood. Lack of supplements and nutrients also make you feel very dizzy and lethargic and hopeless, low spirited, and you lose all the enthusiasm to achieve something in life. And these days everybody is like stamping and labeling very easily that he or she is depressed. It's not necessarily so. And in this context I would like to highlight the importance of homeopathy. My doctor said, I do not completely agree that mind health and body health are very much disintegrated, or sometimes he said you can completely feel all dizzy and hopeless when your brain is also affected. It doesn't mean that you have any disease, but it's a very common thing. He said there are medicines in homeopathy that train you to be intelligent, as in what to receive and what to reject. What you receive, what is important, you tend to organize and map your thoughts very carefully. You tend to welcome important people in life, important things in life, and it's like restructuring your entire personality gradually. And that you do not find in allopathy, or I should not say much on Ayurveda, I don't know, but in homeopathy you have that medicine. So I strongly advise you all to first get yourself checked before concluding that you are feeling depressed. And yeah, so thirdly I want to say a lot of sunlight and physical work help a lot. Do gardening, you just sweat it out, and there's nothing that you don't know about these points. But the more I say it is still the less encouraging a sport or doing physical activity. Once you just exhaust yourself physically, your mind is at peace, you sleep well. And fourthly I request you all, especially family members and friends, to be kind to one another in general in any situation, so that these communication gaps and loss of enthusiasm do not even begin at first place. And all you need is kindness and love. And mostly people just unknowingly judge the other person. You woke up quite early, but why do you still feel exhausted? You didn't start any of the work. You sleep very late. I think you just have to focus on one particular thing, read a book and sleep, and you should work more and more. Physical activity, if you don't do, you will be more and more weak. These are all right, but before that it is extremely important to do a little research on why is the person feeling exhausted even when he or she didn't do any work. It's because your mind is completely draining your energy. It thinks and it overthinks, and there is no stop to that. And you wake up like you have worked maybe for 20 hours a day, and then this condition is a clear sign that yes, your body and your mind ache. And getting yourself up from the bed is such a big task. In these situations you don't have to do anything, just be kind to them, live and let it live, or he or she live. That principle works here a lot, and it doesn't mean that you're lost. And yeah, fifthly, in this condition I want to remind you, those who lost are it's not that you're never coming back, you're just redirected by your own mind. Things are not favorable all the time, but in the most unfavorable conditions, people have got creative. Like for example, Sri Aurobindo, he was like literally put in the jail, the darkest jail in the world. Then he started to look within, and then he gathered all the thoughts, and once when he was out, he wrote such powerful books and such magnificent and gigantic works that that inspire us today. And just like the character of Ben-Hur, for example, each and every religion always gives us an example to show that we should not lose faith in God and hope. There are dark hours, and but at the same time it is the test of God also. What is it in the world that God doesn't know? He wants you to undergo the process for something good, and he's not ignoring you. And it's just that time, fate, and some powers are not in the control of man. uh, there is beauty in thinking that we surrender to the power of God, and you don't have to lose faith. And in this context, I remember one beautiful uh, line written by Alan Watts: man suffers only because he takes seriously what the gods made for fun. It doesn't mean that we discredit the power and seriousness of God, but it only means that take it easy, go with the wind, go with the flow. Life is not always supposed to be dealt with perfection and togetherness. You just have to recalibrate yourself. By you can break down, you can just get up again, but during this process always remember, what keeps you awake and alive is, there are many in the world maybe that are undergoing the same condition, and you should always trigger yourself that you will tell them this is not the end of it. It can very surely happen. It happened with me, it happens with you. And personally, I feel so overwhelmed to see the responses that you give to me after making these videos. It really enhances the purpose of my making. And yeah, once again I would like to remind you to keep hope. Most of the times, during these times, it is the family and friends sometimes that give up on you, but it doesn't mean that there are disagreements. They think that you're not working enough, because it is like dealing with the dual worlds. We should always remember that people who are sad, who are dull, do not show it by face, but they show it by actions. They become lifeless. All you need is kindness at that time. At one moment they might be having a cup of coffee with you, but simultaneously they must be thinking about suicide also. It's very much possible. They don't give you any hints, it doesn't come with a warning sign. So in general you can observe that they cry at the drop of the hat. It's not that they failed, but it's just the vulnerable state of it. So do not show or convey disbelief with them. In fact, you keep telling them that maybe we can seek professional help. Maybe sharing and communicating with somebody who dealt with this helps a lot. So get creative and be with them. Sometimes all they need is just company. And talking really works a lot, more than antidepressants or any medicine. So yeah, many of you might not agree with this, but disagreements are always there. The disagreements should not lead to disappointments or disputes. That is a basic principle that we all should follow. And I hope many of you will keep this in mind. Go in the sunlight, get your vitamin D levels checked, oxygen in the blood, hemoglobin. And sometimes very small things like painting can act like catharsis. Many of the feelings come out, and you might be feeling so relieved, like music. And yeah, secondly, kindness and cooperation. and I hope the first half of 2020 is done. It was a horrific year, I know, and I wish you luck for the second half. Bye.